Pep Talk UK, Pro Bs, remember, subscribe. I'm delighted to be joined by Spencer. Fearon, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Look, post-fight, I thought I had to get the feedback from you. What did you make of Anthony Joshua's knockout of Kubrat Pulev?
Yeah, man. I thought the knockout was devastating. I mean, everyone's talking about this left hook, blah. I mean, and you know, my prediction was him for round 3. So I'm kind of gutted because I've been on a mad run for the last 3 months. I've been on a mad run on calling fights. So I was so, like, in the 3rd round, me and Tony were on the phone. I was going crazy, and you know, unfortunately, it wasn't the 3rd round. But I reckon he boxed controlled. He boxed neat, considering what was in front of him, and what was in front of him was a very, very game opponent. A lot of credit should be given to Kubrat Pulev. He came to fight, and he really had that confidence that he was going to knock out Anthony Joshua. He hit Joshua some hard shots as well, but you know, I mean, Joshua stuck to his game plan, and he's becoming more polished. I think after last year's fight against Andy Ruiz, he thought, I could actually do this boxing thing and box long and do my stuff. But he was not used to fighting that style. I think he's becoming more accustomed to that style. He's working on things, and he's trying to implement the things that he's working on. So I got to give props to Anthony Joshua.
It's what you referred to many times over the years, ring generalship. That's what we saw from AJ tonight.
Yeah, 100% we did. And also we saw very, very good punch dexterity. So all the credit in the world should be given to Anthony Joshua. But like I said, he's not somebody who's been immersed in the sport of boxing from a very young age. He hasn't been. It's been something that is relatively new to him. Most guys who are sitting down are saying, like, what he has accomplished on limited knowledge, and now he's getting the knowledge, right? So we got to props Anthony Joshua for what he's doing. And yeah, he was trying things in there. I like the stuff that he was brazen enough to throw like uppercuts off of no lead whatsoever. So yeah, man, we got to give him all the credit in the world, but we cannot take away anything from Kubrat Pulev. Pulev was very serious, man. Trust me.
There were, I think, some comments from Froch saying that AJ kind of let Pulev off after the 3rd round knockdown. Would you kind of agree with that? That he should have just stuck it on him?
No. And the reason I'm saying no is because, like, I don't even know who that referee was. You know what I mean? And I think the fight should have been stopped in the 3rd round. I'm being real. It should have been, and it wasn't. And I think it's more to like him saying, hold up. There's still got to be the eradication of certain demons in the back of his head. Like, I'm still not going to rush nothing. When you're ready to go, I'm going to take you out. I'm not going to jump on you. You've had a minute rest, which he had. And Pulev came out to try and rumble to say, like, I'm still in the fight. So I get it. They like, we complain when there's too much, when there's a lack of urgency, and we complain when we're over anxious. So no matter what you do, someone's going to find fault and say, well, you should have done this and should have done that. The major thing is that he's still a unified heavyweight world champion, and the possibility of him fighting Tyson Fury in 2021 is still up. It's up like no one's business. So it's all good.
I mean, do you think this fight now, it will seem that the obstacles now of a Pulev is out of the way? Obviously, Usyk is still there for that WBO shot. He still wants his shot at the title, the WBO version of the world title. Can we honestly, realistically see this Fury fight going ahead after
the only person that's going to stop that fight from happening is only Joshua himself. And I know that he wants that fight. Regardless that I've just seen Tyson Fury call him a big dosser because he didn't call his name. He asked the fight. He said, like, he went around the bushes. He didn't go around the bushes. What he done famously, do you remember Young Lion sound system? Do you remember Young Lion? Was that way before your time?
Probably.
Right. Yeah, Saxon, Young Lion, Unity, Coxon. These were the sound systems that had the baddest DJs on it, right? I remember, like, on Unity, I think they had the Ragged Twins were on Unity sound. Saxon sound had Philip Levi, Colonel, Rusty, Tipper Irie, Sandy. They had a cacophony of bad boy MCs. Yeah. And we're talking about, this is sound system days where man would just go on the mic or hold the mic and be toasting, right? And there was a man in 1984 called Daddy Willie. And Daddy Willie was from Young Lion Sound. And they had a couple men in there. They had like, I mean, Mr. Palmer. They had another DJ called Nigga Jimmy. They had a couple men on that thing, right? But Daddy Willie was one of the baddest DJs out there. He was bad, right? And Daddy Willie said, when he was on the mic, I ain't calling no boy's name. I want a boy to call my name. And that is all that Anthony Joshua's done. Anthony Joshua's taken a leaf out of the greats who's ever do it on the mic. And he was the guy that said, I ain't calling no one's name. I want a boy to call my name. Simple as that. And I think that's all he's. Anthony Joshua is in no way or means scared of Tyson Fury. He wants that fight, but he's sticking to this humble business and saying, like, I'm not calling no man's name. I'm not jazzed up nothing because it's been signed from earlier this year, so from April this year. So I think that's the major focus. The major focus should be on that.
AJ's, I think he's kind of put out there that he's been wanting to fight for a long time now, and for some reason, it's not materialized. You know, because of obstacles in the way and other things. Yeah. Is it a case of him kind of just saying, "Look, show me with your pen"?
No, because it's been done. The deal was signed from earlier this year. So it was like a 2-fight deal, apparently. So that's it. Now, I think the obstacle was the fact of the Deontay Wilder fight. The obstacle was about he had to fight Pulev or he's going to get stripped. They were the obstacles. Now you got a mandatory challenger, #1 challenger for his WBO title in Usyk. But Usyk's with Eddie Hearn, so I know that Usyk can get looked after and say, don't hold tight. So, you know what I mean? Let's not spoil this thing. And I think Usyk would be better to say, okay, then, well, you two fight and I get to fight the winner. That way I'm fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. I think for that, then that's better for him.
Couple of points. You're talking about obstacles, right? One of them could still kind of be Deontay Wilder, because Bob Arum did say that he'll wait till after the Pulev fight. He's told Wilder's camp to hold tight until after the fight. That fight is done now. It would seem that probably Wilder now is going to proceed with some legal action against the Fury camp.
Well, obviously so. And Wilder's entitled to do that because it is what it is. And I think Wilder, with all of his accusations, has something to prove. And I believe if he's given the opportunity, he will go prove something. But right now, let's just be fair. Forget about the legal talk and all the rest of it. What is the fight that the boxing world would want to see? The boxing world would want to actually see. No one's not clamoring to see Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, because in my opinion, he beat him twice already, right? They're not saying, oh, we have to see this fight. I think they're more interested in seeing if they were to go and fight Tyson Fury and Wilder, because of all the accusations, the blaming of this and blah, 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 and this happened, and my water was spiked, and you use illegal gloves and rare, and that maybe, yeah, we want to go see because of that. But not for the purists to think like, yeah, we're giving Deontay Wilder a chance. We give him a chance. And it's a puncher's chance. If you can punch like him, you're in with a hell of a chance. But apart from that, no, I'm not. There's no rush. Just make time for boxing's sake. Let Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua get it on and done.
Lastly, I interviewed Bob Arum about a week ago, and he said that Anthony Joshua was not an elite fighter.
He said that Pulev was going to be Anthony Joshua. I saw the interview. Well, Bob was wrong in it. Anyway, go on.
Well, he said AJ is not an elite fighter since the loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. Has he sent a message out to Bob Arum as well as the other doubters that, look, you know, AJ really is about that, you know, that unified top of the tree, you know.
Well, the thing about it is this. I think Anthony Joshua realized. I spoke to him yesterday, right? And he was playing table tennis. Right? And it's like, no matter what you do, you ain't going to please everybody. Or no matter what you do, people are going to have something to say. You mean, you know the old parable of the man with the donkey? You know that, right? right?
Nah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You're right, exactly. So no matter, well, son, you got on a donkey. People say, look at the liberty. Here's a father walking around. Shouldn't the father get off and shouldn't the boy get off and let the father ride? And he goes, oh, look at this. What kind of man is this making his son walk along while he's riding on a donkey? Then they both get off and they say, what a waste of a donkey. So no matter what you do, you can't please people. So you have to please yourself. You know what I mean? And that's when you do please self, you get the self-gratification, right? And that's that. So not like as Anthony Joshua sent a message out to anyone or blah, blah, blah. What Anthony Joshua sent a message to me that I know, like, I've been nagging for ages to start watching old school boxing, and he's doing that. And I see him trying to implement certain things. Even up there where he's there and he's moving around, he's clapping the gloves. I know he's watching Ali in the background right now, Ali versus George Foreman, October 1974. But I'm just saying, I know that he's watching these stuff now. And I think for that, I think it's good because he's still a work in progress. And that's the truth. He's still a work in progress. But it's coming together. And I like he's still got the spitefulness there because he really puts the shots together. But when he does, he's wary now of getting caught with counter. So he throw the shots, and he's throwing the shots like this. He's not throwing the shots from down here. He's not throwing the shots from here. He's throwing them and he's catching to his shoulders now. And I like that. And every time he does finish his shots, he brings his hands back up. So yeah, he's aware that, you know what, I could actually get caught. And in heavyweight boxing, anything can happen. So Anthony Joshua sent a message to the purest people who sit down and watch some boxing who haven't got an agenda. I have no agenda whether you win or lose. I like to see you win because I know where you come from. So that's it.
From what you see tonight, how would Anthony Joshua fare against Tyson Fury? I know that's what the world want to see, but have you seen something tonight that says, hold on a minute, Anthony Joshua might have the upper hand against Fury, or
no,
I don't know.
No. What Anthony Joshua showed me today is that he's improving, right? And that's the jar truth. And not only that, yeah, maybe Tyson Fury's win over Deontay Wilder could have been extremely flattering because fundamentally Deontay Wilder isn't that good because he's learned that he can punch, so he's thrown everything else out the window. And what we've seen on occasions where Deontay Wilder's opted to box and he's boxed very well. Like his first Bermane-Stavern fight where he boxed and he went 12 rounds. So yeah, it is, like I said, it is what it is. And I'm saying the devastating fashion in the finish of Anthony Joshua, he can still punch. He needs to realize that I can punch and now I can box, but he needs to incorporate the two. Oh, you know what? Me personally, I would have Anthony Joshua watch a lot of Sonny Liston. That's what I'd have him do. I'd have been watching a lot of Sonny Liston. How Sonny Liston would wobble in front of you, then stab it, a hard jab to your head. That's what I'd have Anthony Joshua watching. Seriously, I've been watching a lot of him. But yeah, I'm still impressed with him. And I'm looking forward for him and Tyson Fury to fight. And I can't make no decision on that fight until it's actually muted to happen because I ain't wasting my energy, mate.
All right, Spencer, man. It's been good, man, getting your post-fight thoughts, man. Guys, Fury against Joshua's just moved a bit closer. Thanks, Spencer. Thanks for your time.
All right, bro. Take care. God bless.
Thank you. Cheers.